So what I've read so far, my understanding of what I read so far, so it's about me looking up different tasks and also questions to see if I understood what I can do. For example, what is a database? And then the first question, three apps that need a database. So based on research.
Wait, so
Def-
I'm not understanding. Just to clarify things, from how you're explaining things, what is the task you're doing? Just to make sure I understand clearly.
So my task is to research and understand more on the concept of the database, the module, the blueprints, the primary keys, and
The task is not researching, because that's with engineering, research is like it's implied. Whatever you're doing is going to come with research, but the actual task is implementation, like building something. There's a particular part where you're supposed to build something. Do you understand that part of the task, the ticket?
yes.
What are you building? What are you what work are you going to accomplish or complete? The deliverable itself.
So I'm building like the chapters and
Not the chapter.
again,
So look at the table itself, right? There's a table. The table has fields, like columns, basically. So what you're building is the code that will allow us to build these tables to store the data. The research is going to have to come inherently. Whatever code you write, you'll have to be able to explain what your code does. That's where the research comes into play. So we'll see the code you wrote for the models themselves, and then we'll ask you questions so we make sure you understand the rationale behind the code that you wrote with AI, basically. That's very important to explain like the logic itself and what it does and why it does that. After you complete this task, then we can review your code. We can suggest changes if there are changes to be made, and then we can move on to the next brick we need to lay to build the actual room itself. So one more time, in the last 6 minutes, do you have a clear understanding of the task? If you do, please explain it in your own words. If you have any other questions that you want to ask that you feel that you need to will help you understand things better, please ask them now too.
so from my understanding, since I wrote it down, you say that my task is to build code that allows for the creation of these databases to store information.
Okay. That makes sense. And then do you have any questions that you think you'll need to clarify first to make sure that like you can deliver that task? So it could be questions about the task itself. It could be questions about expectations. It could be questions about like how the presentation will look like. Any questions you have to just clarify things so you have full
So
clarity.
I asked about the checklist things. I have to do it like every week.
So with the check-in thing, we the ideal thing is that like if you're gonna be working, like it's a remote team, we all like work in different places, we have different schedules. Make sure that the project is progressing on everyone's end. It's good to know what everyone is doing. So the weekly check-ins, they don't have to be, there'll be video calls initially because we need to build that to help you like understand things where necessary. But at the same time, we can skip. I don't know what you think about this, Collins, actually. We can skip 1 week and do it once every 2 weeks. And then in between that, like that 1 week period, you can send a short video snippet of, okay, this is what I've done, the questions that I have, this is what I'm doing next. Because every single thing will give you a 2 week, it's called a sprint, a 2 week sprint period to work on the task in completion. So we can have the actual calls once every 2 weeks, but in the between those weeks you send those video like check-ins basically. Is that clear? And Collins, like, feel free to like suggest anything else if you have any ideas on that.
Okay, that's a good idea. If every week he sends a video check-in, and then also feel free to post. Currently, I know we only use the Discord, but remember we also have the WhatsApp group. That
Yeah.
might be a much easier way of communicating. So if you have an issue, let's say you post it on Discord and it's like no one is seeing it, you can also just post, paste the same question on WhatsApp, and yeah, and we might see it much more quicker.
Yeah.
And be able to help you. Yeah.
So do you have any questions, Bongi, that align with like any questions basically to help you understand the task better?
No.
Okay, so we'll get the from you this coming weekend. We'll review the code, we'll ask you questions, and then the other weekend we'll have an actual call to see how you complete the task itself. Does that sound good, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that will be the weekend of 21st to 22nd. Okay, Bongi.
Yeah.
That's the one we'll meet up again.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, have a good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night. Bye.